Hey everyone, we are going to talk about chapter 6, and this is about attitudes and persuasions. And this is about how our attitudes, how they change, and how we are often influenced by others without even realizing it. So, we're going to talk about what are attitudes. Attitudes are how we feel about people, places, ideas, you name it. And so we measure them through self reports like our body language and even implicit tests that might reveal like hidden biases and unconscious biases that we talked about in the previous chapters. So, how are attitudes going to change? There are two main ways. Through our central route, this is how we are going to think deeply and logically. And then the peripheral route is how we are swayed by surface things like a speaker's looks or a catchy slogan. And which one depends on how we are motivated and how we are able to pay attention. Now we're going to talk about what makes persuasion work. The source, are they credible? Are they attractive? Or are they even likable? And the message, is it emotional? Is it logical? Is it clear? And does it hit us at the right time? And there's even some subliminal messages that might have subtle effects, even though the research is mixed. And don't forget the sleeper effect is like we remember we heard something, but and we still believe it, but we can't quite recall the source. And so we're also going to look at how does culture play a role in this. So people from different cultures respond to different messages in different ways. Like, for example, some cultures value group harmony, so messages might be focused on community, but be more persuasive. Then we're going to talk about how do we resist persuasion. Knowing that someone is trying to persuade us makes us more resistant. So, one, be aware of the source, be counter arguing, and then just boost on how to boost your self confidence is understanding your own culture and values. That will help too. Then chapter's also going to talk about cognitive dissonance and what is it? And so this is the tension that we feel when our actions don't match our beliefs. Like, for example, you hate smoking, but lighting up anyway. To feel better, we change our attitude or we justify the behavior. And a new look at dissonance expands on saying it's not just about inconsistency or whether or not we feel personally responsible. And yes, our culture does affect on how we experience dissonance too. There are other theories of attitude change. One is the self perception theory. This is how we learn about ourselves by observing our own behavior. And impression management, we change attitudes to look good to others. And then there are self esteem theories that we adjust our beliefs and our self worth. And all these theories show a tight connection between the self, the society, and attitude change. So, what does research say? Studies show that attitudes can predict behavior better when they are strong and they are specific and they are based on personal experience. Dissonance research often uses experimental designs, like asking people to say something that they don't believe and then watching what changes. Real life applications, there are tons. So, like health campaigns, like using emotional or logic appears to change behavior. Marketing, you've got a lot of these influence and you've got slogans and then you've got repetition work. And then education, helping students recognize that persuasion can increase resistance. So, what works better, the central route or the peripheral route? Central persuasion leads to more long lasting attitude changes, but in everyday life, we go about the peripheral route. It's because we are busy, we're distracted, and we just really just don't care enough. And this is why flashy ads and influencers are so effective. And especially like if you see things on TikTok, these short 5 to 7 second videos of an ad on TikTok are very persuasive. So why does this matter? Emotional messages can be powerful, but they always don't lead to lasting changes. Logic messages can take longer to process, but they'll stick with us over time. Even the order of the message can affect what we remember. And just lastly, attitudes are shaped by who we are, where we come from, and then what society expects. So, understanding how persuasion works gives us the power to resist it or use it for good. So that's a nutshell for chapter 6. So just start noticing persuasive messages around you and how your attitudes are being shaped every day. So, as always, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Email if you have any questions, and thank you.